Okay, now there may be cause, okay, to do some lubrication on systems that don't have another way of lubricating, okay, for lack of a better term. So let's take a look at a chain drive, for example. Chain drives are typically exposed. There are some chain drives that actually are in a bath of oil, okay, much like gears are generally in a gear box with oil in them. But sometimes there is a case to make sure that you are lubricating these chains that otherwise can go dry. They again are only in low speed applications. So high speed stuff is going to be throwing lubrication off of it, and therefore it's not necessarily going to be suitable. But in this case right here, I know that this is a low speed setup, and if I wanted to lubricate it, I can do so, and I'll show you exactly how. Now, what we use is an oiling can. Okay, very simple. Has a reservoir here, has a pump, and it actually has a stem on it to where you don't have to get your fingers very close to this. And you can actually squeeze it on while it's running. So let's take a look at that. I'm going to open up my oiler here. It has a can on it. Again, I'm going to open this up. There's my little pump inside. And it actually looks like I have some already in there. So let's go ahead and test this very quickly to make sure that I do have enough for this pump to pick up. Yep, I do have enough for the pump to pick up. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to turn this thing on. And as this thing is rotating, the whole idea here is to start squeezing nice and slow, because we don't want to oversaturate this. And we want to make sure that we get it all the way around. But we're going to lubricate this chain all the way around. Now, there's a couple different ways of doing this. Oftentimes, you can actually put a little piece of tape on here so that as it's going around, you can see where you stopped and where you started, so that you make sure you get the whole chain. But what you can also do is turn it off once you think you've got enough done and lock it out, lockout, tag out procedure, and then go back and actually take a look at the chain and the condition of that and make sure that there is an appropriate amount of lubrication all over. A good indicator is you can actually see the oil on the sprockets over here, which is very good. That's a good indication. However, it doesn't necessarily mean that it is all the way over the chain, because the sprocket touches the chain several times as it goes around. So let's get a little closer look on this. I'll bring you over. And you should be able to see here to where this is wet. Okay, so you can see that there is an oil on my finger here, so that's good. And again, you can take a look at what's happening when you actually use the oiler. So this oiler here, as this chain is moving, you're going to be dropping oil out, and it's going to be rotating. And so therefore, it's going to end up with oil all over the chain.